Hi guys, welcome to our channel, The Travelicious Couple. Today, I want to talk to you about whether you should cancel your trip to Europe because of the coronavirus. It is a very serious topic and we will treat it as such. So, let's get into it. Let's discuss why you should or should not cancel your trip to Europe. Here is the map of the world with the heat maps showing where coronavirus has hit the worst. So, let's get started with point number 1. Countries closing their borders. So what do you do if the country that you're trying to go to has gone into lockdown? They're not accepting any visitors from outside. You're stuck. Your plans are ruined. You lost your money. That is something that you should consider. Okay, moving on to point number 2. What do you do if you get to a country, they let you in, but everything in the country is closed? From bars to restaurants to venues to concerts, everything is cancelled or closed. You don't have anything to do in the country. Why did you even go there? Remember that. Point number 3. A lot of countries, like the United States of America, has blocked people from coming back into the country if they are not citizens or permanent residents of the USA. So what happens to all those people who work there on visas? Indian people like us. What happens to them? They cannot come back to the USA if they go down to Europe and want to come back. So they will have to go back to their home country. So if you are in that kind of situation, think it through. Be careful. Maybe don't go anywhere. Just sit tight. Point number 4. Let's say you have a job in your home country which does not let you work from home. Ishita has a job like that. She goes to work every day. She is a human resource personnel. She does not get to work from home. What will she do if she comes back from Europe and Canada forces her to go into a 14-day quarantine? She's going to lose 14 days of vacation because she can't work from home. So are you willing to do that? Is that something that you can handle? Think about that before making your decision. And lastly, point number 5. What happens if you get the coronavirus in a foreign country? Do you have all the travel insurance that you need? The medical insurance that needs to cover coronavirus and pandemics like that? If you don't have that kind of coverage, you're going to be royally screwed. A lot of countries like Iran have said that they will not attend to nationals of other countries who are living in their country because their health system is so overpowered by the people who they have to serve from their own country. Think about that. However, what if you do want to go to Europe? What if you cannot resist the temptation of going there because you have been waiting for this trip for the last 1 year? You have been planning, you have booked your Airbnbs, you've booked your hotels, you've booked your rental cars, you've booked everything, and you've been so looking forward to this. Then there are a few other points that you should be considering. Point number 1. What happens if you get the coronavirus? So you need to be sure that your immune system is good enough to handle it. Of course, no one can be completely sure, but are you a young person? Because young people have been shown to get affected less by the coronavirus. A lot of those people just get sore throats, fevers, and then get cured. Consider that. Point number 2. Make sure you go to the countries which are the least affected by coronavirus right now. Okay guys, so this is the map from Bing that I used to follow where coronavirus has hit the most. So this is like a heat map, and as you can see, this area is like crazy red. So this is all of Europe. So you can go to bing.com/COVID, and I'll put a link to that in my description as well, and you can follow the map. So now let's start seeing where you might want to go in the case of coronavirus hitting everywhere across Europe. This has gotten much worse than what I had seen yesterday. So after seeing this map today, I would say do not go to Europe. Just avoid it if you can. But if you still want to go, then as you can see, Western Europe is pretty heavily affected by coronavirus. But Eastern Europe is still kind of better. Bosnia has 24 cases, Croatia has 44, Hungary has 30. I had an Airbnb reservation in Hungary and the lady told me that it's not that bad as the media is making it sound. Maybe she's making it up, but well, at least like these places have much less number of cases as compared to all of Western Europe. So I would say definitely stay away from all these places. Also, just to remind you, a lot of these countries have closed their borders. A lot of these countries, especially like Norway, have completely closed all their airports for any international travel. That basically means that you won't be able to fly into a lot of these airports. Same for other countries like Morocco. Let's move away from Europe for a little bit. Let's see where else you can go.
Since I am from India, people in India who are my friends tell me that the condition is not so bad there. So if you have always wanted to experience a cultural trip, then maybe India is the place that you need to go to. Other than that, I don't really see a lot of points where you can actually end up going. Maybe one of the places that you can consider is South America, because South America, although has been affected by coronavirus, it hasn't been that bad. People have told me that Bolivia might be a nice place to go to, or even you can go to Venezuela if you want. But I don't know how much you would enjoy those places if they start closing them down. Apart from that, if you do not live in US or Canada, I can obviously suggest to you that you can come to Canada or US and go to the national parks, go to the places which have a lot of nature, and that would help you explore those areas in a safe way. Alaska is also a good option now that spring is coming up. Hawaii is one of the places that I have been meaning to go to during the coronavirus. The reason being that there have only been 4 cases. You can use the COVID tracker here pretty well. Let me go to United States, and it actually gives me a split of which state has how many active cases. So there you go. As you see, Hawaii has 4 active cases. This is a little bit behind because I read today in the morning that Hawaii actually went up to 6 cases this morning, but still not that bad.
Point number 3. Make sure that your travel plans are not too rigid. Make sure you have enough flexibility to change your plans on a moment's notice. What happens if you are in Switzerland and Switzerland is going to put a ban on all travel inside Switzerland from the next day onwards? You might want to move out of the country. So be ready for that. Point number 4. Do not use public transport. Try to avoid all public transit methods if you can avoid it. Get your own rental car. Drive from one village to the next. Just look at the beautiful landscape. Don't spend too much time in the city. Try to avoid contact from as many people as possible. Which brings us to point number 5. What are the best places that you can go to Europe for right now? Since we talked about this earlier, all the bars, all the restaurants, all the nightlife would be closed down. So what is left? Nature. Nature doesn't go anywhere. If you want to go to Greece and look at the beaches, if you want to experience the beauty of Santorini, for example, you can definitely go there. Your hotel is still open. You might not have a lot of bars or restaurants or nightlife to go out to, but at least you can view all the beautiful landscapes around there. You can go to Scotland, go to the Isle of Skye, for example. At the end, I do want to say that you need to realize that even though you might not be getting sick, you might be passing around the coronavirus to others. So just be mindful of that. And that's all that I have for you today. I hope this video helped you think about a few things. I hope you would hit the like button for the YouTube algorithm and help us grow as a channel. We would also greatly appreciate if you would subscribe to our channel, because we will be posting travel videos as we start traveling on our next trip, and that video is coming soon. See you guys.